Okay, we are live. Okay, so couple of changes from last time. Also, I want to apologize. I did not know that when I'm in streaming stealth mode, my mic is off. So I was kind of like radio silent there on the stream for a good 30 minutes yesterday. My bad. I'll make sure that doesn't happen again. I fixed the settings so that the stealth mode now only does a pixelation of the screen, nothing else. Okay, so we have. I cleaned out the alter code. The alter code was, yeah, it was getting us, a little bit out of hand. Now we have this bookmarker now is its own entity. So the alter is not setting up all the meshes for it. Like the table is still on the alter, but this model, this flame model, and this interactable entity is kind of grouped into one. So I can launch it here, and then if I go into manifest mode, we have one here also. But this is a one directional one. You can't unbookmark these levels. So it kind of turns the bookmark object collectible into a consumable over here. So I still haven't made up my mind on how I'm going to organize this, but for now these bookmarks are going to basically put an entry in the main menu, so you can jump to levels from the main menu, just like as you would expect in Lovely Planet, where you have like a world select. So that will be enabled through this. Like you don't have to open you don't have to light the flame here, and you can just straight away jump into these levels. These I haven't really solved this problem yet. So the current setup is this way, right? So we have bells for all of the campaigns here. You go through the level and pick up some hearts, of course. Ouch. And over here, what we're going to do is we're going to have, because the bells right now are what teleport you, right? So that's the core mechanic that I want to stick to. I want to stick to the mechanic where, okay, you ring a bell and you go somewhere, right? So over here, what we're going to do is we're going to erect a little kind of like dedicated pole, and you can go. The other thing that I want to do is this this starting pillar, this pillar over here, we are going to make it so that this table is not here in manifest mode. This thing will be sitting at the end of the level. Okay, so if you have a bookmark and you finish a level, after you finish the level, as a reward, you get to enable the bookmarks. Okay, so let's fix that up. All right, let's fix that up right now. Alter table, do lamp shelf, set up bookmark table. Now this setup bookmark table thing is just going to it's going to go here. Now check this out. Okay, and we have to figure this out now. Handle modifier, handle summit alter. Okay, now in handle summit alter, we will just have var table dot stage sc dot stage dot rotation no, actually, you know what, we're just going to put this where the spawn is. So sc dot position, sc dot pose. Okay, and if this lit value we have to get set bookmark table is current bookmarked is local save this value. Okay, we're going to get this here. So when you are when the summit spawns, the summit is basically the last section. So the current run ID will be set, and if it is bookmarked, right, you just say lit set lit bookmark generation will be the same. This is a one-off element in the pool, so we don't have multiple of these, we just have one, so I'm setting it directly. sc.stage.generation. Okay, let's see what this feels like. This won't compile. Return null. Okay, so we have, so wait. What we want to also do is alter stage manifest, do set a bookmark table we can remove. Okay, so no bookmark table, you don't get a bookmark table over here. What I think I can do is set up a diya, like a lamp, like a secondary lamp at the starting. So like over here, we could just have we could just have like a table that has the same lamp, but it's not interactable from here. Just so we know that this level is bookmarked. I am playing very conservatively right now. Okay, here's your table. Funnily enough, we don't have position is equal to, okay, bookmark should be sc.pause, I think. Let's try that again. On only, so you can only switch it on, not, you can't switch it off. I'll have to edit the save because I've already bookmarked all these levels. Whooped. Okay, so here you have this lamp that you can light, and once the lamp is lit, or independent of if whether the lamp is lit, what will we do? We need to give the player a bell to ring. Cool. Love me my double Tory gates. Double Tory gate action is happening right here. And now we will add a bell right behind it, which will carry the player. Whoa. That was not supposed to happen. Why did that? I think that happened because I think I can fix this. And just set an exit width of 0. Apply. Save. Look at this new UI. We've got massive buttons now. Massive buttons. What else? I think a safer way to do this would be to add a segment and just make this whole thing over here a sync. Now we shouldn't be able to fall off the other side. I was just testing out some new grass, that's why we have so much grass here. Look at that blue grass we've got going. How cool is that? Ding ding ding, ring a bell. Oh, I can still fall down. Why can I still fall down? None. Oh, block, drinker, sink. Oh, so this isn't, is this not working anymore? Funky. What is this? Segment ops. Segment ops is equal to segment ops dot value and update selected segment. What's up, man? What's up? Checkpoint, apply, save, apply, save. Reading property H. This is for the new buttons. That's where the errors are coming from. Okay. Let me clear out this grass for now. Too much grass. So we have multicolored grass now for the new game mode. I'm gonna put this to good use. Can I still fall off? Haha, fixed Rooney. All right, okay. So we have, I added a slight delay to the knife. I'm gonna test this a few times, but there is like a small hang time to keeping the knife up, so you can't like triple spam it. And the deflect is pretty lenient actually. If the knife is in, if you're in that mist state for like, it's just I think 100 ms, you will still deflect the bullet. So it's a very lenient window. Yeah, even if you're in the swing or if you're at the end of the swing, you just have to like have your knife up like this and you can deflect bullets. I think that will be necessary. So yeah. And this none could just be a sink. All right, so I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Exit. Goddamn exit width issue is just so annoying. I should totally fix this. This will require a lot of refactoring. So I'm going to leave it for later. Okay, so we have this bookmark lamp spawning here. Okay, var table pause is equal to sc.pause minus sc.forward into 1. Okay, table position. This is only going to spawn, the bookmark is only going to spawn if you have a bookmark available. So that's one use for your bookmarks. And I think it would be awesome if we could like consume a bell here. So like just have another table where you can ring the bell, and that like unlocks the next level. So it could the system could be something like this. For example, let's see. Okay, you get access to a portal from the transcend mode to Tokyo. All right, and from here you beat the level, you get to the end of the level, and once you get to the end of the level, you have to if you have a bookmark, that's great. You can put it in your bookmarks on the main menu. That's one way to kind of like open a direct portal to it. If you want to enter Shibuya, you have to ring the bell at the end of the level, right? So that ringing of the bell at the end of the level could be a consume of your bells, kind of like how you consume a bell when you when you're at the altar in transcend mode. So like in transcend mode, like this thing you can ring. This basically opens your calendar to, so you can go anywhere you want, right? that same consume. So when you consume that, right, not only will it teleport you to the next level, but it will also add that bell to the um, to the so we don't have a name for this. Basically, the teleport shelf that is being put here on the altar in manifest mode. So this bell. So for example, this Shibuya bell over here, right? This one, you unlock this one by finishing the Tokyo level, right? This is the Tokyo level, right? Now I'm in the Tokyo level. This bell should technically not be here. This Shibuya bell will be available to you like as a warp if you have rung the bell at the end of the level. So what this does is it adds kind of like a local bookmark to your manifest mode levels. So like there's this, there's a way to kind of like have like a more diegetic bookmark over here, right? And the other thing that it does, it gates your progress. It gates your progress with bells. So you have to collect the bells in transcend mode to fill out this, the manifest mode. So instead of like just a library of levels that you can access, it'll give it that element of, okay, you're spending your currency to kind of light the way through the game. How will that work? Let's just look at the code, right? So we have a do bells. No, we have a do bells over here. Bell rank today, local save bell rank today, bell count is equal to 8, or bell rank today. If not bell rank today, bell count minus minus. Now what this code is doing, it is lifting the extra bell that you have available to spend and putting it on the alter in transcend mode. So over here, this bell is sitting here waiting to be consumed, right? And these are your extras. So over here, let me just walk through this code. Okay, bell rank today, or if bell count is greater than 8, then you spawn the table. Cool. So if you haven't rung the bell and it's not the weekend and you have more than 8, greater than or equal to 8 bells, bell count minus minus, bell for table excluded from shelf count, right? That's what's happening over here. But if it's the weekend or if the bell was rang, then the extra bell will just show, and it will be included in the in on the shelf. And the ones that exceed the max items of the shelf will go here. This is a very not easy to read code, obviously, but it does the does the job. So I want to leave it for now. Okay. What this code is missing is actually what the UI is missing is, like, say for example, I don't have enough bookmarks. Okay, then this table is basically empty, and when it's empty, it doesn't show. It doesn't intimate the player that, hey, you could collect a little bit more items. So that would be like an interactable that you can't interact with, but it has like a label that says you don't have enough of an item or something. That would be a lovely addition. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Okay, we'll have a bell count, bell rank today. We don't need this in manifest mode. Okay, we need a straight up bell count. And we do a -7 on this. Okay, so in spawner, handle summit alter. Okay, now over here we'll get a bell count. Okay, bell count minus is equal to 7 if bell count is greater than 0. All right, we will spawn another table, prefab compile table. Here, give me 3. No, actually, you know what? 2 is enough. We'll have another table. We can spawn it a little bit before. Okay, spawn it at the spawn point, get a table, set the table position, and then what we want to do is we want to spawn a bell. Now I don't have Okay, this is going to, I'm going to refactor some code here because this bell interactable could just be this could be, I'm gonna throw this in the pools, man. I'm gonna put this in the pools. Okay, this can be time travel character to string ring bell. This is just a straight interactable, but where is the model for this? There should be a model, right? Table bell. There you go. Table bell. All right, entities. Bookmark lamp. Instead of bookmark lamp, we will have a bookmark lamp consumable bell. Okay, and over here we will have a model entity bell, and we will, what else do we need? I don't think we need anything else here. Bell interactable, and there should be a model here somewhere, model entity, yeah, table bell. Okay, that's, I'm gonna get this here. Bell is now table bell. Bell dot parent is equal to this. Okay, so it's on the same position, and I think we will have to manually render this. But that's fine. Public override void draw base dot draw bell dot draw. I have a pretty good setup here. This is nice. Interactable will also have to be rendered. Interactable dot draw, and I think public override void update interactable. Can we just, you know what, yeah, we can avoid this. All right, I'm gonna avoid this. Public override void reset, come on, reset interactable dot on interact is equal to null. Interactable dot label is equal to null. Just to like reset all of this, I'm going to manually insert this. Actually, this, you know, this on interact on label thing, I can manually inject this here. How about this? Public void set. Okay, and interactable is equal to public override void reset, recycle, where's my recycle, man? This interactable is not being recycled, because see, I'm getting it over here from on reset. I think it will auto, yeah, because it's registered with, so I don't actually need to do this. Good. Okay, interactable is equal to engine.pools.interactables.get position. Okay, and over here, okay, let's first get rid of this. Okay, table bell. This function bell interactable is also going to go. Let's do it one by one. Table bell. Okay, so over here we're going to do engine.pools dot entities consumable bell, pools bookmark lamp consumable bell is equal to new consumable bell, because I'm only going to spawn one of these, consumable bell. Bookmark lamp consumable bell pools dot consumable bell dot reset position is equal to this, and you can reset it here. That will enable it. Interactable position will be set to this engine.pools. I should change this. Table bell. Okay, I think all table bells are gone. Now I'm going to take out bell interactable. So this has to be set. Consumable bell. Yeah, over here we do cb.interactable.size is 0.1. cb.interactable.label is equal to this, and cb.interactable.onInteract is equal to ring bell. I'm not entirely confident if this needs to be done or not, but let's just do it. Okay, now that's gone. Bell interactable. Ring bell. Okay, so that's the consumable bell performs in a way where on interaction. Okay, on interaction, ring bell. This, I think, ring bell feature will have to go. How do we do this? Do we add a base on ring bell? Yeah, I think that's the only way to do this. So interactable dot on interact is equal to null, then on interact plus is equal to on interact, and this can be a method here that disables this, right? So enabled is equal to false, bell dot enabled is equal to false. Cool. So this on interact is set. I think you can do this just like a plus is equal to ring bell, right? Interactable ring bell, right? This should just work. Man, I hope it does. Let's see. So I think it should, let's just put 2 bookmarks, 2 checkpoints. What are these called? Breakpoints. Entities on interact. Bell interact enabled false. Sure. Sure. Oh yes, this code is so much cleaner now. This function was so much bigger. So much bigger. Okay, we just need this bell to work, man. Oh, did you see that? Why is it off the ground, guys? Why is it off the ground? I want this to be perfect. Alter. Bell interactable. Consumable bell. cb.position is this. That's exactly where I put. Oh. cb.interactable.position. I'm sorry, my mistake. So all of these objects are actually sitting. Yo, what's up, man? How's it going? Sorry if yesterday you were watching the stream and I was in stealth mode. I kind of forgot that my mic was not working. I'm not stressing at all, bruv. I'm chilling. I am chilling. I had a nice lunch. I made a nice lunch and I was hacking all morning and I thought I'd just jump on and yap a little bit while I'm working. Just fixing up some old code, you know. Yeah, it's fun times. How are you doing? Okay, so this will work. Okay, so this function gets called. I was debugging. I am actually still debugging. So see, my bell is still here. Why is my bell still here? Yeah, some minor issues. It wasn't too bad. So this did not get called. Why is it? Can I register multiple actions? Register multiple actions in C#. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Oh wait, I think the first one also has to be plus is equal to. Is that it? Now I've rung the bell. Bell rang today. No problemo. Entities on interact. Nice. Procedural backrooms, man. That doesn't need to be. Is it like low poly? Is it like, are you rendering full res or has it got some effects going? Real backrooms, man. That's kind of scary. Real backrooms. Ring bell. Full mesh. Full mesh. Yeah, you can get textures. You can get textures to solve that problem. Oh, I think this needs to go. Okay, I'm just, while you're on, I'm just gonna go into stealth. Just let me know if you can still hear me. Can you hear me? I can see my mic volume. Fully vertical in spawns floors. That's awesome. Thank you. Good. That's actually awesome. Like if you're like exploring like some kind of like a building. I made this game on the train jam once called Elevator, where you would like go into an elevator and then you would go to separate floors and like shoot bad guys. That it's there's something about exploring a 3D structure. I haven't actually played any of the backroom games, by the way, but the the I don't know what kind of exploration they have going in those games. Like, is there actually like a 3D structure to, like, is there like a labyrinth that you're exploring in these backroom games, or no? I have no idea how they work. One floor at a time, huh? That's, yeah, that's like, I know backroom games are like going for a certain aesthetic, and that's fine, but like I feel like there is room there for some extension. To do remove this, please. Remove key key decrement keys, put key bell ring, um, 0. Sorry, I missed your message. Um, it sounds awesome. It sounds awesome. Like, like, even if like, if you have separate floors and you're exploring them and you're doing all your items and everything, you can still capture like the essence of what backrooms deliver, um, while doing all the stuff on top. So you have like the mesh being procedurally generated inside C Sharp. That's actually pretty cool. That's fine. That's fine. Claude is a good coder. Claude knows how to code. I'll tell you that. I don't use Claude for code that much anymore. Um, I got a I've been coding with Grok. It's so much fun. I just give Grok like, look, man, I can do this, but like it's gonna take me like 30 minutes. I know you can do it in like a minute and a half, and let's just like, refactor this class for me. Just like, I know what all stuff needs to be moved. Can you just please handle it for me? And it's like, sure. Like, I did a little a bigger one once, and it's like, do you want me to do this in one go, or do you want me to break it down into 3 phases? These are the 3 phases in which we will do it. I'm like, all right, let's do it in 3 phases. Okay, this time I want the belt ring. I think it was not ring, it was not calling that function because I was nullifying it. Okay, now I have 2 breakpoints: enabled false, bell enabled false, and put key for bell ring today. Oh, so interactable is still live, huh? Interactable dot enabled is equal to false. Let's try that again. It's, I haven't, like, I learned coding way before like these AI agents started writing code. But if you're not that comfortable with with code, and if you were using an AI assistant, break it down. Like, ask it to explain everything that it's doing. I think that would be like a great way to kind of like learn with it, right? Like, you can use these tools to kind of like learn how they're thinking about stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like, I don't mean to downplay your like level or anything like that. I'm just like, for people out there who might be like, like, I want to make a game, I want to make it now, but I don't know how to write code. Like, you can use these agents to kind of like teach you while you're working on your thing. Yeah, there's the man, there's, I think there's like ways to use these codes that can be like ways to use these agents in like a very productive kind of useful way, where you actually end up learning stuff with them. That's cool. I honestly, I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Like people have opinions about, oh, don't use AI to code. Like it's about how you use it. It's like are you just like blindly just giving it stuff to do and you have no idea what it's doing, or like are you ask like I ask it suggestions like, hey, do you know, and like I don't know C sharp that well. I've been using it forever, but like I'm no expert or anything like that. I'm like, hey Grok, is there like a short form for this thing? And it's like, yeah, actually there's this, other thing that you don't know about C sharp 12. And I'm just like, oh, cool. Like I would have to go somewhere in some forum, Stack Overflow or whatever. But Grok is like, yeah, you can do this, but you can use this other feature instead. I'm just like, bruh, you know C sharp better than I do. Surprise, surprise. Never doubted it. Bake, no recook, greedy collision, fast build, upper floor hosting. All right, that's very technical. Like is that one method, dude? Is that one method? Oh, fascinating. How did this happen? Interesting. Manifest mode is just, bruh, what are you doing here? On reset, I think when you recycle, the bell is still sitting here. That's a shame, isn't it? Base draw if enabled bell dot draw. I think this same problem would be over here as well. Okay, if enabled. Nice level streaming. That's cool. Yeah, you're gonna need it. Like the whole level in tamashika is streamed like all the time, and all the bugs that I have with it are because the streaming is not done properly. There's it's being done properly, but it's just there's some edge cases that show up sometime. I just have to fix that. Okay, I'll go into transcend mode, spawn my bell. I will not ring it. Go back into manifest, and it's working. All right. Okay then. To Shibuya. Now, did I write the code to spawn this? I did not. I did not do that. Okay, consumable bell. Git status, it status, git status, git add. My God, what did I change? Prop scale rot encoding. Whoa, how did you give it that? How did it get the information like per frame? Like, was it in your debugger also? Prop scale rot and scale encoding fix consumable bell entity. It made a log. Nice. Right. Yeah. So it can see how it's running. That's awesome. That is very cool. I never give my coding agents that much control over it. I'm just like, look, man, here's the function, and here's what I want it to look like instead. And I tell it like, look, if you're gonna change anything else, you ask me. And it's like, oh, to change this, I'm gonna have to change this stuff in the other file because you have static variables everywhere. I'm just like, you got me, bro. You got me. And then I just do most of the stuff by hand. I just know maybe I'm not trusting my AI agent enough, but like I want to have control. Like I want to be able to see all the code that is being changed. Like I cannot stand it when I can't recognize the code that like what is this doing here. Like that happens to me in my editor, because like I tell Grok to like write, okay, can you just write some like Node.js forms and stuff, and then when I go and I have to change those forms, I'm just like, Grok, what did you do? What is this? So yeah, that's why I kind of don't mess with it too much. To do check bounds, sure. Where were we? We were in spawner, and we were in, okay, bells here. So exactly where we need to be. If bell count is greater than 0, we are going to spawn a consumable bell. Okay, and we're going to do it just the way we are doing it at the altar. Doubles not consume. I had a bucket card at the last second. I love it when a plan comes together. I love it. Okay, so consumable bell will be on the table, and interactable size is set. Label, I will have to think about this one. Um, can we get the next level in the campaign, please? How do we get the next level in the campaign? Interactable dot position will be table dot position ring bell. Over here to do travel to next level. Jake's get campaign. Am I not in the altar? I'm in the spawner. Altar get campaign. Loom registry get campaign. Get campaign should have a get next. Can I just look up the next level? Internal manifest data. This I could do it in place, but whatever. Manifest data level. If level dot edges dot length dot count is greater than 0, return get manifest id level dot edges dot 2, edges of 0.2. okay, otherwise return null. Okay, and we will get next here. Spawner, we will do before we spawn all of this, var next is equal to get next loom dot registry dot get next game mode dot manifest dot data. If next and next is not equal to null. Okay, on interact, travel, alter travel, private void travel, huh? Can it private public static? Very ugly code, but we're just gonna roll with it for now. Okay, alter dot travel to where do you want to travel? Next dot id. So this will consume the bell, but there's a big but here. This consume so I think once you've consumed this bell, we have to register this somewhere. So this is okay, this is going to be the meat of the code here. This is going to be the main addition, because now what we are doing is we're not simply bookmarking levels, we are also we're also tagging them, like we're placing a bell basically, and that placement has to be registered basically. I knew I forgot about it again. Um, Sorry, I have to go dark again because I have to open my local save. Now, over here, we have accelerate base, manifest base, bookmarks base. Now, bookmarks, toggle bookmark. Oh boy, it's like, it's removing the key. Um, I think, you know, each each level is opened by ringing a bell. That bell is spent and is put on the altar on that campaign, right? The player shouldn't have to even think about this, right? So you open transcend mode, say on the 1st of August or whatever, okay, and on on the left hand side, there is a new table with a bell on it, right? That table will not have a bell on it if you don't have a bell to consume. But if you have a bell to consume, you will consume the bell. And when you consume the bell, it will teleport you to the level where you are transporting to, say Tokyo. So over here, like we open with this level, right? Now you consume the bell, and when you get to the end of that level, there's a bell there to consume. You consume that bell, and it teleports you to the next level, right? And both of those bells that you've consumed are now sitting. I'm gonna have to run the game. Oh, right. So basically we're registering this. You have to register this. So where do I register it? That is the question. That is because I don't wanna overcrowd my local save. So if I'm in Shibuya, these bells will count exactly to the number of bells that you've consumed. So if I'm on Shibuya level, right? And I haven't completed this level is because it will reflect here because I haven't bought this. I haven't consumed a bell to place here. One for one, like I think the logic is very straightforward and sound. And this way, what happens is we also gate the progress by bells. So it's really straightforward. There is nothing complicated about this. But the matter of where we store the bells that are consumed for the levels. Now, The bells are auto-consumed when you first start picking them up. That's the first, like in transcend mode, all the teleporters that you have for going to the previous levels, those 7 bells are consumed. The rest are not even tracked. The rest of the bells that you consume, they are not tracked. Those are the ones that open the portal, the daily portal, right? The to access any level. That costs you 1 bell, right? So after the first 7 bells that you've collected, you start consuming them. Before that, you can't even consume them, which is fine. You don't get to access the other levels until you've consumed until you've placed the 7 bells. So yeah, this I have to figure this out. Where do we store manifest score base? What is the uint? Divided by 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 zeros. 42. I'm basically, so it's a key value store, and I have like a limit. Like I have segments that I'm using for storing the score value for each game mode. And then there's a few others, like one for bookmarking, one for the items that you're picking up in transcend mode, because they are tracked now. The rainbows are especially more the psychedelic vibe, but the rest, yeah. I wanted to combine all of it, man. Like my background, I come from, like, my family is not particularly religious, but like I grew up in an environment where I was exposed to Hinduism, and I personally am gravitated towards Buddhism. I think it's the coolest thing ever, and I have a, I'll be honest, a childish fascination for everything Japanese, and I like to wear that. So the game shows it, and tamashika is like a combination of all of those things. So the Buddhist imagery, the hints of Hindu like concepts in the achievements, and the Japan aspect is not hiding itself at all. So yeah, man, it's quintessentially me. David Lynch, talk about meditation, bro. It's ingrained in my subconscious. There is a infinite field of consciousness. That guy, man. I love David. I'm his biggest fan. I love David Lynch. He still lives on in in the collective unconscious. I love that guy. He was into transcendental meditation. He just couldn't shut up about it all the time. He was on about it. Accelerate score base. Man, should I just do it? Manifest level flags. Manifest flags. I think we could just have a manifest flags. Okay, let's just do it that way. Base times 11. What do you mean purity and good and evil? Manifest flags. think that's like a personal kind of aesthetics thing, you know. The philosophy just like eventually, you know, if you decompile it, it just becomes language games, you know. Yeah, I mean, even if he did, I was never exposed to that, you know, version of it. um, I like his general temperament and from an aesthetic point of view. Yeah, well, for me, like, I'll tell you, like, my personal way, like the way I look at it is also like the definition of gray. But I know I choose to look at it that way. It's like the validity of these, you know, these different frameworks. They're all like somewhere on a spectrum, so it kind of makes sense. I'm sure he had his reasons. I'm sure he had his reasons to believe in whatever he believed in. Over here, I think we are going to need a put add manifest flag, and then uh, uh, storage dot add storage dot date, um, date key is equal to flags or new flags. This doesn't work. Okay, so add manifest flag. Out flags. Okay, add manifest flag. So here what we're doing is we're going to check if a local save dot get manifest flags game mode dot manifest dot data dot id out flags uint if manifest flags dot has flag manifest bell collected var bell collected is equal to this and not bell collected. Okay, now we over here we will have a simple local save dot set local save dot put no add manifest flag data, and the flag will be manifest flags dot bell collected. Now this should just work, man. This should just work. Save dot py. We're still in stealth mode, right? Yes, we are. Wait. Manifest base. Transcend item space. Manifest flags base. Okay, now when I ring the bell, I should see an entry in the save file. Python save.py. Let's go finish Tokyo. Almost made it. Almost made it. Okay, now this. Let's just triple check that this is working. Okay, we teleported to the new level and Nope, I'm not seeing an entry. Why am I not seeing an entry? I think I'm not seeing an entry because this thing else. Right, that's why it was not working. Okay, let's try that again. So once the bell is consumed, then we're good. Then we have an entry in the local save for which bell is available to be drawn on the altar. We can light this and then we can consume this. Shibuya. Did I get it? Did I get it? Manifest flags 1-1. Looks like we're in business. Looks like we are in business now. What this does is bell collected. Internal static bool manifest bell collected event date event id out bool collected. id out flags collected is equal to false. If not, return false. Return has flag bell collected. Okay, local save dot get bell collected. Out nothing. Out var bell collected. Okay, now this function that we have here can be used. Now check this out. Okay, alter check our do manifest bells over here. Check if campaign of I.id bell collected and bell collected. Now if we go back to the alter in manifest mode, only the bell that is collected will be shown. So if I spawn into Tokyo now, if I spawn into Tokyo, all right, we found a problem here. We found a problem here. The Tokyo bell will show up, but the Shibuya bell will not show up. Tokyo. Whoa. Bell.emit will only happen. Okay, so the problem here is um, the problem here is that in the spawner, what I'm doing here is we're getting next. Okay, this is wrong. This needs to be next.id, right? And once I add manifest flag to next.id, not this level, not this level, travel to next, right? This is better. This is much better. So if I go to Tokyo, I think the Tokyo bell has, okay, so, let's just, now that this code is fixed, we will, I think I can come out of stealth now. Okay. Bell collected for the next one, right? I will streamline this code. Don't worry about it. So I'm going to finish Tokyo level again. And now I will get the bell for Shibuya at the end of this level. Okay, let's, before I pick it up, yeah, it's available. So I think it's available for pickup. First of all, the label could easily be set here. Why am I changing code? Okay, now basically this 2 should show up here. All right. Now why, oh why? Now if I go back to Tokyo, please show me the bell. Oh, why are you not showing the bell? Let's investigate. Investigato. Alter. Okay, you know what? Let's do it piece by piece. Bell collected. False. What? For which campaign? ID 0. What is campaign? Let's just give me the campaign data here. Campaign count 5 0 ID 1 Tokyo. I is 0, so ID 1 bell collected false. Is this function not working? It's not working because I didn't set it. Collected is equal to this, return collected. This is genius programming where I'm returning the same value that I'm putting on the out parameter. Genius. Okay, so 2 things we have to check here. Now, if I go into Tokyo, I should be able to teleport. Please, the bell is collected. Yes, it is. Right now, this one is not showing because I am in Tokyo right now. So I can go to Shibuya from here. Very nice. I can go back to Tokyo because that bell is collected. Now, if I go to the end of this level, again, the bell consumable should not be there. I have one more mistake to make. Okay, no bell prize. I want to swap the positions for these. This is cool, but now we need a bell to teleport. We're gonna add that. We're gonna add that now. This is a good system. This is a really good system. This solves the problem that I was having before. I don't need to do any kind of like funky logic here. Um, let's let's just save this. But you know what I haven't done right now, and this needs to be an atomic operation. What I haven't done is I haven't actually consumed this bell. Add manifest flag. Local save dot um, simple key decrement has to happen. That's it. Key decrement. Okay. We are making progress. Okay, now in the spawner over here, else if bell collected, then we are going to add a need to give names to all of these objects that I'm placing because they're very ambiguous right now. So the system right now is that all bells on tables are consumables. All bells that are hanging are like one time, like there's one shot, single use, no consume, teleport buttons. So that's like a consistent language throughout the game. Like I think the bells that are for consumption, they could like have a different animation or something. Technically, you don't consume a bell, you just ring it, but whatever. Now, if you look at mounted bells, mounted bell is a great name for this new piece of code that we're going to write. Now, butter lamps bells ps. Now, this bells ps is only being used. This, I don't like this. This is just completely unnecessary because it's completely unnecessary because it is only being used. Oh man, this code is going to be so clean after this. Interactable. Like, you know what would be really cool? If the hanging bells, because right now this is a particle system, and that particle system doesn't have like individual rotation. I have it like it's hardware accelerated. So there's, I can't really like move them. Like with, if I just turn this into a model, and it doesn't need to be a particle system at all because there's just like 7 of them at any given time. And this is local to this class. This has to go. This has to go. We have to rewrite this like right now. Like ASAP. You gotta do it ASAP, bruv. Like immediate. Okay, this is completely unnecessary. You know, another thing that would be cool is like if the interactable, does the interactable have on in view? Okay. Mounted bell. Okay, let's see if we can pull this off. There are these borrowed interactables that are coming from the pools, which is, I think, an okay way of pulling this off. I can essentially just reuse this code completely almost as is. Okay, we have a bell model entity that is tethered to this. We're gonna write some funky code here. Plus is equal to on interact, and on interact we can just get rid of this. We can inject this on top, right? And draw if bell is enabled, then draw, otherwise you just reset. This interactable is being got here. I think the generation will be set properly. I'm gonna have to test this. We will test this. Pools interactables get and set them at the exact position. Mounted bell. You know what? Let's take it for a spin. Let's take it for a spin. All right. Pools, interactables. We will have here a model pool. Oh, this could be a model pool actually. Could it? Model pool of interactable. Could it be a model pool? Actually, yeah, it could. So these lamp item, bell items are already being lifted. So if I just look at how this is being done. You see this? Bells, bool, bell items, and on interact bell pickup. All right, let's do it that way then. Model pool. Mounted bell. Mounted bells. Initialize. Now mounted bell could be of type interactable, right? And we could get rid of this because this is now on the outside. This is its own interactable. For now, I'm not going to do any code here, okay? Just treat it like another interactable, and on interact nothing, locus, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's just get rid of, like, we don't need this actually. Okay, we just have mounted bells right now. So in alter, okay, let's see if this works as is. Do bells, bell hanger. So you see, I'm using this interactable here. I'm adding an on interact here, and I'm setting the label, and then I'm doing this emit here, which I don't need to do. So the emit, this position thing, I have to save this. So the position where I'm emitting it minus unit y times. So this is kind of like lifting the interactable up. Okay. Let's try this. Okay, now I have to fix the hanger, the bell that takes you back to the current date. This is only in transcend mode right now. I just want to see if it works. I think I messed up the anchor position. That's it. That needs to be fixed. Yeah, there you go. The anchor positions are wonky. Position minus this. mb.anchor. This anchor needs to be set. I can set that separately, I think. the alter was managing all of this, like it was making sure that these items recycle properly and everything along with it. So basically I'm assuming here mb.anchor is equal to, cannot be assigned to, it is read only. Locus is equal to minus vector 3 dot unit y into 0.15f. Is that it? Would that make it? No, the relative position is, there's a y factor here, I think, somewhere. Oh, I think I went the other way. Boys and girls, I think we are in business. 22nd, 21st to 15th. This, I will fix that. Now 20th, 2 days before. Yeah, this is accurate. I think the homeward bell. Now what I can do is, if clock override is not equal to null, yeah, you see, you don't need to be here anymore. And I'm just going to copy this. Time travel 0 on interact null, size 0.05, label current date actual. And this will only show up if I am on the current date. Mount pause. Homeward bone. Homeward bone. And the Dark Souls references, at least they're in the code. You know what I mean? Even if my game design does not hold a candle to the magnificence of Dark Souls, at least in the code, I am paying my dues. Paying my respects, I meant. Transcend mode, I'm going back to the 20th. And now I have a homeward bone that takes me back home. How cool is this system? Okay, Bell's PS. Is there any calls to Bell's PS anymore? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Who are you? Oh, the manifest bells, of course. Now, the code is right here, man. The code is right here. Okay. If bell collected, blah blah blah, secret base. Mount pause. Wait. This is not. Which bell is this? Okay, this is for each campaign. Just trying to make sure. Make sure. ID is equal to this on interact. On interact, travel to ID, please. And label is this. Locus is set. I think all of this should just work now. ID, I need to extract this. And I think now I've also, I'm gonna get rid of Bell's PS now. Nothing, no use. What is going, oh, of course. I am going to still need those for the shelf. Well, that makes sense because these need to be here. So I don't move it. Okay, now if I go back one level, this should show up here. Very nice. Now we're gonna make these dance. Okay, we're gonna write some code. Tokyo. Don't shoot the bell. Yeah. I'm liking this system. I am liking this system. Mounted bells. Now, entities on interact. Var last in view is equal to false, is equal to in view, and last in view if so once in view is calculated, if not last in view and in view on in view. Okay, now this can be a protected virtual void on in view. One of my ex bosses used to call it virtual, so I call it virtual as well. I don't want to offend my boss, you see. Consumable bell, public override void in. What happened, man? What happened? No suitable method to override. Why? Because you are an entity. Oh, wait. Mounted bell. Haha. Some good old physics, man. Let's do some good old physics. Float omega is equal to 0, and public override void reset base reset omega is equal to 0. Public override zz override void, no, not that, update, yes, omega. How do we simulate a omega is actually a velocity, right? We just need a sine function, graph-toy. We need these sine x Is that it? That's actually not bad. That's actually not bad at all. Underscore timer. Timer is equal to 0. Timer plus is equal to clock dot raw regular delta time. Timer and on in view timer is equal to 0, and on update rotation is equal to now I need the forward vector, and I need to make sure I'm going to come back to this. Alter mounted bell get this will be what, stage rotation? No, this will be table rotation. Bell hanger dot rotation. Mounted bells. Bell hanger dot rotation. Mounted bells. Bell hanger rotation. Okay. Now over here, rotation will be quaternion extension dot This is the toughest part for me. Quaternions. Quaternion. From axis angle. Axis will be forward and angle will be, where's our function? Math f dot sine timer into 0.01 f. Now we will see if our function works. I might have to scale this time variable, because like a 9999, it's not going to, you're not going to see anything. Whoa, no way, man, no way. That doesn't look like that is not a pendulum swing at all, man, at all. We're gonna do vector 3 dot unit z instead, and can we please make this function more exciting? I think it's this. This is what is this? This is 10. This is not normalized, is it? How am I going to into 2 into 4? Okay, I'll just scale it up here. No, mathf dot pi. Can I get a pi? Give me a pi, man. Do we have a pi here? Is that a pi? Oh wow. Okay, pi. So this will go like full 180 degrees, I guess. That's like it'll swing like that all the way, which is not how I want it to be. 0.4 times 0.4 times pi sine x by x. Mathf dot pi into 0.45f, 4f is fine, times sine x by x. Let's try that again. How this is in 10 seconds, huh? That's the other thing that we have to fix. Sine x into 4 into 4. I'll just scale it up inside here. Is that actually a pendulum swing x function over time? Is it sine x? A sine omega t. What? A sine omega t. What is omega? Is a sine wave. It's resting at dead center. Are we resting at dead center? No, we're not. It's going to look like a. It's going to look like the. It's going to look like the axis angle is still off. Rotation. Which one do you want, man? Which one do you want? Unit X? Is that it? Is that the one you need? Here. Up the rate a little bit. And I do mathf 0.4. I'm not feeling this function. Wait. It says here starting at the center, equilibrium x is equal to 0. No, not the x position. Angle function over time. Theta cos omega t plus phi. Phase shift. Bro, there's no phase shift. Omega is the angular frequency. Time. Theta t is the angle at any given time. Theta 0 is the maximum angle. Theta 0 times, oh, so it's cos. Okay. The fix for this is going to be pretty. This is so cool though. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Nice. Do 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 do. Yeah. So basically, the axis is completely like the locus is completely off. Fixing this will involve changing the model locus, the locus of the model. How do we change the locus of the model, guys? I don't want to change all the positioning code. Is going to be very annoying to change, you know. All the positioning code, changing all of the positioning code is going to be hella boring. A second model, should we just load up a second model into memory? I could do this all day. But can somebody please explain to me why is it making a full swing like that? Is it supposed to do that? Where's my graph toy? 5.4 times pi. What was so hard about that? 0.4 pi is what? 3.141 divided by x. I think this divided by x has got to go. Over time with the decay. Oh boy, this just got complex. Exponential decay envelope. Yeah, Mr. White. Math. Damping coefficient calculated as Greek alphabets. C is the drag force. What is the length L of the pendulum? Bruh, just make it up. I don't know. Omega D. What is omega D? The angular frequency of the damped pendulum. E raised to the power of minus omega theta. Omega T. The exponential delay envelope. So we're giving an E power here. E power. Theta 0. Theta 0 is this. Okay, now we're going to do a what? What do we want? E exponent x. Bro, that looks like, wait, minus. Is that it? That actually does look like it, man. You're right. You're right, Mr. AI. How do I write this in C#? I think it's a where am I? Math f dot e math f dot x math dot x double z minus 0.4 f times underscore timer. Yes, it's a float. And I can wait, is minus 0.1 where x is equal to underscore timer times 4. So that's just my x variable now. Okay, let's hope this works. Okay, how do I fix the axis? How do I do it quick? See, this mounted bell interactable is loading the model. Now, if you look at the model entity, this mounted bell is being defined here. Now, this model pool is rendering all these models, and it has each of these models is an entity, and the entity has, so it's like it's just rendering the this is going to be so tough. Draw buffer absolute. I'm gonna have to do some serious math for this. I'm assuming this is too much decay. I want them to spin. And the spin is only happening in one direction right now. I think I could get a direction. Can we get a direction element here? Okay, I will fix this. This will be so cool to have. Why is my decay too strong? What is my decay value right now? Decay 0.4, huh? No, 0. Okay, so currently it's this. Really? I gotta bounce soon. I'm gonna go hang out with some of my friends for a change. Might have to space out these bells eventually because they will collide with each other. Once I fix the locus, of course, like they're gonna hit each other. You mean like total time spent waiting for it to build? Probably like, I don't know, a few months of my life. It's in that moment where I get to reflect on the existential plight of my life. Like how I got here. That's that's a great question. That is a great question. It's that quiet anticipation, like, is it going to work this time? Is it going to look like the way I want it to look? Like if you took that away, so much of the excitement and the anticipation would just be lost, right? Like it's just, I wish it was faster. It was in the beginning, like when I'm prototyping, because like there's not that much data in the game and everything, like it's a lot quicker, and you're experimenting with more stuff also. Somehow it checks out, it makes sense. Now the speed is a little bit slower because like there's literally more inertia, right? But this is it, right? Like this process is where it's at. That is where I live, man. That is where I live. That is my life. 5 times 8. If I wanted it to swing more, I just have to up this number. Let's say what, 15 seconds? I just have to count the number of times I've built this thing, and there you go. This is almost perfect. This is almost exactly the way I want it. It's just that the apply yourself, Vidvat. Apply yourself. Just make it work. Quaternion dot This is all the functions that I have. I have to essentially like set the locus. Like I could have a parent transform. I could have a parent transform. I could have a child transform. Okay, this is gonna be this. I have to bounce now. I'll figure this out. I will figure this out. Thank you all for joining and giving me company. Always fun to hang out. I will stream again sometime soon. Tonight I think I'll be out, but maybe late at night if I already had a second coffee and it's 5 o'clock. So maybe I'll hop on. I don't know. But until next time, infinite bliss to all.